What's up, everybody? It's Coach Kev. Today I want to talk about my first coaching experience indoors since the pandemic started. So I went to Pennsylvania. We had an AAU basketball tournament, and it was the first time me coaching inside since all this craziness has been going on. And I have to say that it was very interesting, to say the least. We literally have to adapt to the times. So when I got there, we had to wait outside. They were only allowing a certain amount of people inside at a time, and we can only go inside the building 15 minutes before our game started. So we really didn't have time to warm up because games were taking longer than expected. So there were some games that we went in and we literally had like 3 minutes to put our sneakers on and to get ready, which was crazy. We had to have a mask on when we were walking to and from the court, but while we were coaching, technically we had to have the mask on too, but we were allowed to like put it down or whatever the case may be when we were talking, because it is very loud inside the building, and to try to scream and get your players' attention with a mask on is hard as hell. But once we started coaching, once it started going and the game started going, it was pretty much back to normal for me. I was just there coaching just like it was another game, just like it was another tournament. So the only real crazy experience and the only times where I felt kind of weird and out of whack was when I was walking to the court and when I was walking from the court and standing outside. But other than that, the actual game of basketball, once the ball was thrown in the air and everything started, was just like normal. I remember when the NBA started back and they decided to play in the bubble and create a bubble for all the players and the coaches. I remember watching them and being like, okay, this is probably gonna be how coaching is gonna go moving forward. So I tried to see like what the coaches had to do. Like, did they have to wear masks? What did they have to wear? What was the social distancing procedures? But what I got from watching the NBA was that some coaches had masks on and some didn't have masks on. And then when it came to seating, the players were spread out, I think 6 feet apart between each other. So I was like, once we start coaching again, this is probably the same process that is gonna go in for us as well. But the only difference is that they kind of, quote unquote, forced us to wear a mask while we were coaching. But I think they're gonna start to understand that that is not gonna be an easy task moving forward. At the end of the day, my thought process is like this. We have to wear a mask when we're walking by random people that we don't know, but we're allowed to take off our mask and communicate to the people that we do know. And what I'm talking about is like the kids that I coach. So I understand having to wear a mask when we're walking in the building or just doing anything other than coaching. But once I start coaching, that mask has to come off and I have to be able to focus on the task at hand. So for my first time coaching indoors, I would have to say that the experience went pretty well. I mean, like I said, the toughest part is just having to wait outside and then form a single line and get into the games 15 minutes beforehand. But other than that, once the ball was in the air and once the game started going, I was just in 100% coaching mode. This tournament was in Pennsylvania. So with this week coming up, we're gonna have our first indoor tournament in New Jersey. So New Jersey has finally allowed us to not only practice and train indoors, but to start having games inside. I'm excited to finally coach indoors in my home state of New Jersey, and let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Adapt, adapt, adapt. We have to adapt to everything. We have to be chameleon-like, able to get into any type of environment, any type of scenario, and do the best that we can do with each opportunity that we get. So I'm all about adapting. I hope y'all are too. Let's go, let's tackle each and every day the best that we can, and let's continue to fight towards our goals and become the best versions of ourselves. So I want to tell you this, I am doing live streams every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I call it Friday Night Live with Coach Kev. I want to turn it into kind of talk show, kind of debate, kind of my own little platform where I can invite guests on and we can just talk about whatever trending topics are going on. So hopefully you guys tune into that. Hopefully you guys enjoy what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to make out of it. My first guest was Kevin. I thank Kevin for coming on last Friday. We had a great time, and I'm looking forward to many more great times. This is gonna show you how bad of a kid I was. I was in middle school. I don't know how my friend had like a knife, and I'm not talking about a pocket knife. I'm talking about like a good length knife that he got into school or whatever. So he brought it. This is before all the crazy school shootings and all this craziness where you could literally go into school with anything. You know what I mean? Like people
Yeah.
don't notice. So he had a knife. So we're in gym class, like changing, and he's like showing everybody, like, guys, look, I got a knife. You know, we're like 7th, 8th graders or whatever, joking. I'm like, oh, what's up? I never had a knife like that. See, I was like, yo, let me hold it, let me hold it. He gave it to me. So then I was like, jokingly, I got up behind him, and I had the knife, like, give me all your money.
You're wild.
Gym teacher turn. Yo, it's like the perfect scenario of a movie where there's nobody there, no grown-up. As soon as I do that, it's like 32 grown-ups just turn and walk in. I'm like,
No way.
I got thrown into the principal's office. I got suspended. So if you enjoyed this channel and everything I do over here, don't forget to subscribe. You can also like and comment. Do all those things that YouTube says we have to ask for in order for our channels to grow. Till next time, this is Coach Kev, purpose driven, and I'm out. See you when I see ya. Peace.